Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an edition of The Flash for February the 3rd, 2026. That's right, it's already February. January seemed to have come and gone without anyone even noticing. And we're already here in February. And February is Peace Building and Conflict Prevention Month, which couldn't come at a better time since January seemed to be conflict escalation month. And things have cooled down a little bit, it looks like. So perfect timing for Peace Building and Conflict Prevention Month. And this week, we will be welcoming Sarah Ellis of the Squamish Community Housing Society. She's going to be coming by and joining us for our meeting on Thursday. That will be at the Howe Sound Inn at noon, as usual. And the Squamish Community Housing Society, it was created as a long-term high-initiative impact to support housing affordability in Squamish, which we all know is pretty dire almost everywhere, but particularly here in Squamish. So if you can make it to that meeting, please do. Linda's already sent out the invite with make sure you get back to her so she can arrange everything and make sure we got enough lunches. And there is also a link to Zoom if you want to join us online, which would also be great. It's a good way to do it if you can't make it to meetings. We pretty much always have a Zoom link and the OWL, so it's fairly interactive and works quite well. So please join us on Thursday. All right, what else do we got going on in the month of February? There is Multicultural Day at Totem Hall. It's not necessarily a Rotary event, but it's definitely something worthwhile. We have, of course, Valentine's Day on the 14th, just a little reminder for those of us who tend to forget these things. We also, what else we got going on? On the 16th is Family Day, so imagine a few people will be away on that weekend, which is coming up here in a couple weeks, myself included. Kyle and I are going to Manning Park, so that should be a good time. Then, shortly after that, when we get back, we will have Don Patrick speaking at the Legion. I believe that is for the Squamish Historical Society. Don will be sharing some tales from back in the day, I believe, talking about the airport, which is way more interesting than it sounds. There is a lot of history and a lot of politics behind the airport. So why don't we get out there and support Don at the Legion on February 18th. And if you can't make it to that, or even if you can, the following night we have a social night at the golf club, and that's on February 19th, and that will be a pool tournament. So that should be fun. I haven't played pool in a while, but I think I remember how. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. I will be there for sure. So that will be on the February 19th. Then we have a board meeting the following Monday on the 23rd, and the cap off the month, last but certainly not least, will be Coldest Night of the Year fundraiser. Again, this is not necessarily a Rotary event, but we always have Rotary teams that raise a lot of money for this. Last year, I was keeping track. If you added up the different, most clubs just go, enter as a club. We use competition to boost it, and we enter several teams. And I'm pretty sure we were, top of the list of Rotary clubs in the country for raising money for this very important event that helps the Squamish Helping Hands and basically people in need in our community. So I will be, doing like I did last year, getting the horse race stats going and making sure the teams are being well represented. So make sure if you're not on a team that you donate to one. And it's a really good cause, and please get involved if you can. I believe that is it for February. Of course, there's lots of other things coming up. There was an email recently listing a bunch of them. If you can help and volunteer, it's always nice to have a few hands up in the air, leading up to these things. If you're the person actually managing the event, it's tough if you're constantly trying to get people and you've got like days to it and you still don't have enough. It's pretty stressful. So if you can volunteer ahead of time, do that. It always helps everybody who is in charge of these events. All right, so last but not least, I think I already said that, but this one I really mean it. Bring your bottles and cans, even if it's just a few, to the recycling depot and put them in a clear bag. When you get there, use the code 604-970-5952. Stick it to the bag and put it through. They've got a little hole there. Guys, you just dump it in a thing. You don't have to line up or anything, and that money comes to the club, so please do that. And that would be a big help. All right, that is it for me. Have yourself a productive week, and ciao for now. Cheers.